to $10,000 after the bank took its insurance cut.
One more thing,
said Mr. Fessy, pulling me from my mathematical reverie.
Mr. Schneider died yesterday.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I said. Mr. Schneider had been an uncaring assistant manager, happy to arrive late and leave early. He was quick with a cruel word when he didn't like my performance, but I most often found him in an opiate haze in the employee bathroom, his acne-cratered face slack, far beyond words for me or anyone else. Still, I wouldn't have wished him dead. We all had our methods of escaping the real world. I spent every day dreaming that I would make it to the Summerlands, and I had the gift of 3 best friends who shared my plan. Jason, Cass, Noah, and I could count on each other for encouragement when gray reality pressed in, and the Summerlands were too far away. I suspected Mr. Schneider had had nobody to fall back on.
Anyway, said Mr. Fessy, I clocked you out. See you tomorrow.
I made my way towards the front of the store, weaving around eager Summerlands fans as they picked through the display merchandise. I'd long since learned to tune out the blare of advertising all around me. Rows of flat screens played up to the second live streams from all the big-name adventurers. Valkyrie and Rad were sparring, their feeds showing alternate views of the same fight. Pixie was talking directly to her camera, a pink bra strap and soft white skin showing where her tunic had slipped artfully from her shoulder. St. George was sleeping. A knot of kids, too poor to afford to watch at home, stood staring at the feeds as flickering colors played across their rapt faces. I couldn't blame them. If they missed something especially thrilling or momentous on the feeds, they'd be completely left out at school tomorrow. One of them, a girl in oversized clothes, turned and gave me a little wave that said, "Thanks for not kicking us out." I smiled and waved back. I was almost to the front doors when a boy cut me off, stepping from behind a T-shirt display to put himself between me and the exit. I recognized him instantly. Jamie Bullard. He lived in my apartment block and had been a couple years behind me in high school. His crisp haircut, round red cheeks, and little gut hiding under a brand-name Valkyrie T-shirt all illustrated the most important fact about Jamie. His father was the chief of police, which made him the richest kid on the block.
Hey, Burke, he said. You pull anything out of the prize machine for me?
It's not a prize machine. It's a merch machine. I tried to stand up as tall as I could. If you want something, you can buy it.
Come on. I know techs get full access.
He had a sort of whiny voice for such a big guy.
My allowance ran out. Just hook me up. I won't tell.
You know I can't do that, Jamie.
Fine.
He deflated a little, letting air out of his tough guy posture.
How's training going? You're looking fit.
I blinked at the sudden change in tone. Oh, thanks. Cass works us hard.
You must be close to having enough, yeah? You guys really gonna do it?
That's the $10,000 question, I thought. We'd spent 5 years saving, and now the Summerlands were within reach. With my own fee banked, I could start putting money towards the others. Cass was almost as close as I was. Jason made decent money working swing shift at a factory, but he was still in school, so he couldn't work full-time. Noah was lagging behind, but now I could help him. We're not there yet, I said.
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing you killing rats.
Jamie shrugged.
Be cool if you were famous, though.
I guess. I looked at my sneakers, which really needed replacing. Jamie crossed his arms.
You better give me free Hearthammer merch.
It took me the better part of an hour to get home, walking my usual route through a broken and abandoned highway. The anticipation of telling my friends was a buzz of fear and elation in my stomach, and I couldn't keep my right hand from diving into my pocket to touch my pay card every few seconds. It sat there like a stone, and yet I was constantly certain it had disappeared. I walked past a clutch of big white houses that sat in a wide bowl of dead grass just off the street. Their windows were mostly cracked or missing, and a dozen black power lines made a drooping spiderweb between the houses and a half-fallen electrical pole. Jason and Cass's dad, Mr. Keats, though I had always just called him Keats, had told me once that the houses were all owned as investments by rich folks waiting for the prices to rebound. They'd been waiting longer than I'd been alive. A policeman stood on the weedy shoulder of the road between me and the abandoned homes, tapping his fingers on a butt of an Armalite slung across his chest, his head swiveling to follow me as I passed.